Hey guys, so I decided I've not been getting enough hate recently, so just now I thought it would be the perfect time to put out my 10 worst songs of 2017 list. This went so well last year, so I thought it would be perfect to do it again. So for songs to qualify for this list, they have to have charted in the Billboard Hot 100, and obviously I have to dislike them for some reason or another, and even if you like the songs on this list, I hope you can hear me out as I explain why I don't like the songs that I chose for this list. So with all that being said guys, this is CDTVProductions, and today we will be counting down the top 10 worst hit rap songs of 2017, in my opinion. Enjoy. And at number 10 we have Rich the Kid with New Freezer featuring Kendrick Lamar.
New Freezer. I woke up thinking about bands. Hop over jet to a check when I land. My bitch too foreign in the visa. I don't need her. Pull a drop top with an eater.
This is pretty crazy. I would have never thought a song which included Kendrick Lamar would make any type of worst list, but here we are. Let me start with Rich the Kid because I don't have lots to say about him. He really doesn't strike me as unique in any way. He's just not fun to listen to for me, and he has no lyrics or personality traits that make him stand out. His name pretty much explains everything you need to know about him. He's rich, and I guess he's a kid, I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. He has a lot of jewelry. However, I was interested to see how Kendrick Lamar would perform on a very new age sounding rap song about jewelry. And to be honest, it did sound kinda awkward to me. As always, he does experiment with his flows, doing a few of those singing type flows.
Get a click with a plan, give a jewel every day. I never sleep, I gotta eat, I gotta dance, I merely rap.
But they just don't sound right to me on this track. Everything about it just feels weird. Not to mention, the beat is just very typical trap with not many layers to it at all. And at number 9 we have Macklemore. I'm never gonna say Macklemore, even though that is probably how you say it correctly, with Marmalade featuring Lil Yachty.
Can't nobody get up in my car today. Backseat, feeling like a charter plane. Bumping so the shocker charger to the...
Man, what can I say about this song? It just sounds like it was made to capitalize off of the success of Broccoli, which was another song with a very similar beat featuring Lil Yachty. Whilst it doesn't sound original at all, the beat does sound pretty cool. And I love upbeat piano beats, but it's also so clearly not Macklemore's style. I appreciate him trying something he doesn't usually do, but it hugely flopped here. Lil Yachty's voice is pretty compatible with this beat, but he drops fairly standard bars about being happy, and then randomly disses cops and Donald Trump out of nowhere.
Raindrop on the wristwatch, fuck the cops and for Donald Trump.
Like literally, 1 second he's talking about his jewelry, then the next he's trying to make a somewhat political statement. This track is just weird, and that's a shame because I usually love upbeat happy piano tracks like this. And at number 8... oh god, I don't even want to say this one because I know I'm going to get slaughtered for it. But we have TK with The Race.
But I ain't beat that case, bitch, I did the race. Beat it up, where I nut shorty face. Eli blast, cracking foes like a vase. Pop a nigga, then I go out my...
So, for those of you who don't know, TK is currently on trial for capital murder charges. Whilst he was under house arrest, he cut off his ankle monitor, and then proceeded to allegedly knock out a 65-year-old man for some reason. So no, yeah, I feel very comfortable talking shit about him. Now, the story behind this track is fairly cool. He recorded it whilst he was on the run from the police for the aforementioned capital murder charge, but maybe that's why it sounds rushed to me. His delivery just sounds so odd, it's almost kinda like he hasn't really found his rapping voice or style yet. It's just like he's talking to you with the slightest bit of energy there. And whilst I think rap lyrics should never be used as evidence in a case, it's incredibly stupid to make a song when you're on the run from the police, bragging about committing the crimes you're accused of. It's just not very smart. I also, I posted something about this on my Twitter, which you can follow under the name @CDTVProductions, just a cheap little plug there, saying that I also don't like these kind of cheap sounding flute beats that are getting more and more popular, and this track has one of those cheap sounding flute beats. I don't know why you'd want to use a beat that sounds like it was made by an amateur, which, no disrespect to the producer, but this one does. So I wasn't a fan of that either. And at number 7, we have the most recent song on this list, and it's Cardi B with Carti.
Your bitch want party with Cardi. Cardi a body in a Rari. Diamonds all over my body, shining all over my body. Cardi got your bitch on Molly. Bitch, you ain't gang, you lame. Billy truck laying the lane.
Now, let me say this, because I'm trying to say as much positive stuff about these tracks as I can. So, what I'll say here is, I do respect Cardi for being the first female rapper since Lauryn Hill to have a solo #1 song on the charts, but I don't really like this particular song. It's just very typical, and if I hear Cardi mention the fact that she bangs Offset one more time, I will lose it. It's not cute, it's just nothing, it's just filler at this point, because you've said it so much. It's genuinely part of the hook on this song. Speaking of Offset, I'm curious as to if he's actually helping Cardi B in some way craft her flows, because she does use a bit of a faster Migos type flow on here with some very Migos sounding ad-libs in here. So I don't know if that's just my imagination, maybe it's just because she mentions Offset so damn much, but she sounds a bit more Migos-y on here. Lyrically, it's a very dry track. It's just another I've Got Money track, which definitely isn't overdone. Not at all. Also, the track is named Carti because she didn't want to get sued by Cartier, so that's cool. I just feel there are so many female rappers out there that are miles better than Cardi, but they just don't get the same attention. However, I will say she has quite an interesting and somewhat powerful voice. The best part of this song was 21 Savage. He actually provides a pretty funny verse here, whether that was intentional or not. But overall, it's a very standard, non-unique track. And at our 6th spot, we have Playboi Carti with Magnolia.
Give me top, in my drop, top. I did hug on flop, flop, when I drop. Try they hug on flop, when I drop. Try they hug on flop, when I drop.
I think I'll probably get the most hate for this one, but I just genuinely do not like this song. To start with the beat, there's something about it that just doesn't feel right to me, which is kind of weird because I love a lot of Carti's production. That's one of the strongest points about his music. I don't know if, again, it's that flute during the hook or those synths, but it really just does nothing for me. Then there's Carti himself, and I feel he's such a no-flow artist. Literally, some of the lines here are 90% ad-libs.
And they say rockin' that what, y'all rich.
It's crazy. If he didn't use ad-libs here, there would be so much empty space in his verses. He is just one of the most boring rappers to listen to for me personally, because he never has a dope flow. The closest he got to a dope flow was on Madman by A$AP Ferg, but he just devolved into ad-libs again on that track. Honestly, I'd be fine with never hearing this song again. Ever. And now at our halfway point, we have Lil Yachty with Peekaboo featuring Migos.
Play with that money like peekaboo, play with these bitches like peekaboo, broke ass bitch ass nigga, I'm not finna play with you, that's what these rappers do, peekaboo, 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 peekaboo.
Not even the Migos could save this one. The less said about the incredibly repetitive hook, the better. It just sounds so hilariously bad. Yachty's lyrics are incredibly entertaining to read though, in all the wrong ways as always, and this one includes the infamous cello line. Seriously man, a few seconds of research would have saved you a lifetime of embarrassment. Just change the instrument to oboe or something and it would make sense and would somewhat rhyme. Whilst it would rhyme pretty poorly, at least it would actually make sense. Offset was pretty cool on here, Quavo was just average, and Takeoff, as always, was pretty good. Although there's one line from Takeoff's verse that I don't like, and you guys just did not invent the dabbing, okay? The dabbing has been around way before you made a song on it. You didn't invent it, you just popularized it. Apart from that one line I'm unreasonably focusing on, he did pretty well. Overall though, it was just hugely underwhelming, and the members of Migos just didn't even sound like they really cared that much for their verses on here. And at our 4th spot, we have Kodak Black with Tunnel Vision.
Like Kodak, they don't like to see you winning. They wanna see you in a penitentiary. I need me a little baby who gon' listen. Girl, I don't wanna be the one you hit.
I hate that a beat that was this good went towards making a song that was, in my opinion, very bad. Like, the beat for this is the strongest part of the track by a mile. I love all the instruments on here, and it's just really well done. But then there's Kodak. His mouthful of syrup delivery still does absolutely nothing for me, and that hook is absolutely unbearable. The way he drags out his words sounds awful, I just can't stand it. And Kodak isn't exactly impossible to understand, but you really have to concentrate on what he's saying just to make it out, and I'd rather not focus on that voice. Really bad track in my opinion. The beat was definitely the best part. Everything else, just incredibly bad to me. And at our third spot, and the third worst song of 2017 in my opinion, we have Yo Gotti with Rake It Up featuring Nicki Minaj.
Rake it up, rake it up, rake it up, rake it up, bag it up, bag it up, bag it up, bag it up. I tell all my hoes, rake it up, break it down, back it up, fuck it up, fuck it up.
This song belongs in 2014. I don't know how it blew up, sounding as outdated as it does. The beat is very reminiscent of DJ Mustard's style, and that's something I don't really want to hear anymore. And honestly, I don't really like Yo Gotti's voice that much at all. I don't know what it is about it, but I think he has a kind of similar accent to Gucci Mane, and that's just that kind of voice that doesn't really appeal to me for whatever reason. It's also a song about strip clubs that features Nicki Minaj, so yay, 100 points for originality on that one. Not to mention, just go and read Yo Gotti's annotations for this song on Rap Genius, and it just makes him look so sad. He talks about buying $20,000 gifts for strippers as if that's something to brag about. It genuinely sounds so sad. Then Nicki Minaj starts off her verse rhyming the word China 4 times in a row.
Without the pink Lamborghini, just a race with China. What the race to China? Just a race in China.
So, we're just off to a booming start with that. Her verse is absolutely nothing different compared to what we've heard before from Nicki. This song just kind of annoys me a lot, to be honest. And at number 2, we have Ray Shrimmered. Oh wait, oh sorry, I mean at number 2 we have AO and Teal with Rolex.
I just wanna rollie with a dapper ranch. I already got some designer to hold on my pants. I just want some ice on my wrist so I look better when I dance.
And here we have a fantastic song from the Tesco value Ray Shrimmered. No, but seriously though, the similarities are insane. Teo has a higher pitched voice and does a much scratchier style of singing than Sway Lee, but he still sounds a lot like him. Then we have AO, and you cannot tell me he isn't literally Slim Jimmy. He sounds just like him. This cheap imitation of Ray Shrimmered surely has to be somewhat deliberate. Not to mention, it is another goddamn rap song about a dance. I mean, these guys are dancers, but it's just, this is so overdone. Now, rap songs about a dance aren't always an absolutely terrible thing, but like I said, it's so overdone in the way that it's just such a simple subject matter. And the problem isn't even necessarily that it's a song about a dance. The problem is that these songs are always done by boring, vapid, one-hit wonder type rappers. There's no surprise to be had with it. And if you're gonna be like some of my commenters on the worst rap songs of 2016 list, which I put, Juju on that beat on, and say that this is a dance song, just stop, okay? It's not a dance song, it's a rap song about a dance. It is very clearly rap, so just wanted to throw that out there before I get those comments, even though I probably will anyway. This song is just bad. As I said, they're essentially clones of Ray Shrimmered, just a lot worse. And the catchiest part is where Teo copies that flow that Migos uses on Bad and Bougie.
Yeah, that way. I need that moolah by Tuesday. Yeah, that way. I low-key feel like funk sway.
Just an incredibly unoriginal song as a whole. These guys have literally hit the peak of unoriginality. They don't have an original bone in their body. They don't even look that unique. I'm pretty sure one of them looks just like Famous Dex, and the other one just has a very standard afro. Just, if these guys somehow go past being a one-hit wonder, I will be hugely surprised. And at our first spot, and my worst hit rap song of 2017, we have, of course it is, Lil Pump with Boss.
Yeah, I came in with a saw. Ooh, yeah, I came in with a saw. Yeah, bitch, I flare red raw. Yeah, bitch, I flare red raw. Yeah, I came in with a saw. Ooh, yeah, I came in with a saw.
And at number 1, we have one of my least favorite songs from Lil Pump. See, some of his songs can actually be somewhat bearable, with either good beats or catchy hooks, but this song has none of that in my opinion. The second the beat starts, it just sounds so obnoxious with those loud bass jabs. It also has my absolute favorite thing in a rap beat with distorted 808s, so that also makes me just love this song so much more. And of course, lyrically, I never expect anything from Lil Pump, but his voice just sounds even more uninterested on here than it usually does, and I think that's because of the very loud, in-your-face beat, which kind of has some type of energy to it, but it highlights how uninterested Pump sounds on here. You guys probably already know that this worst song spot had to be reserved for Lil Pump. It was just a question of which song would be on here, so I chose my least favorite song from him to fill this spot. Just an incredibly painful track despite it lasting for less than 2 minutes, and it really lacks any of the characteristics that make some of his other songs somewhat bearable. Whew, that was a long one, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If you did, please leave a like. I would really appreciate if you could share this too, because so much work went into this video, looking into the songs, then writing the script. I imagine the editing is going to be a pain in the ass because it is a long video, but that being said, I really hope you did enjoy. Also, I'd appreciate if you could subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, because I'm aiming to hit 110,000 subscribers before the end of the year. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Probably gonna get bombarded with dislikes on this one, but that's just what happens when you have an opinion. So yeah, I'll hopefully see you guys all in the next one. And this is CDTVProductions, signing out. Best rap albums of 2017 list coming soon.